Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is a countdown of my top 18 favorite quality of life changes made in patch 7.1. Some of these were documented, some of them were snuck in, but they are all good news. Number 18. Big world map markers. At least once in my life, I've gone to try and find a party member on my map, but couldn't see them. Before the patch, party markers were tiny and could easily be hidden by world quest objectives and dungeon entrances. Now, they've been magnified. It's like the easy read version for the elderly. I can actually find them now, so I appreciate it. Number 17. Crystal vials on vendors are now sold in stacks of 20, up from 5. I can spam click my way to full bags of bottles 4 times faster. Now you can grab some extras to collect the tiers of all the broke raiders who still can't afford your flasks. Number 16. Class Order Hall campaign missions have had their completion time reduced. If you've got a new alt and you're trying to unlock your 3rd relic slot, the missions at least should go by much faster. Number 15. The Arkway and Court of Stars attunements are now account-wide. If you've unlocked these dungeons once, you can enter them on any character on your account. Given how long it takes to crawl through Suramar, this is pretty called for. Number 14. BOA Order Resources. Among other things, you can now purchase account-bound Order Hall resources to trade to your alts. The Blood of Sargeras trader in Dalaran will sell you an Order Resources cache for 1 blood, which contains 200 Order resources. When you're trying to keep up with artifact research on alts, this is a godsend. Nobody wants to be doing world quests on too many characters. Number 13. Mythic and Mythic Plus dungeons now have their own separate options in the group finder. Gone are the days of specifying Mythic Plus 0 or normal Mythic. They could still use some better sorting in the group finder interface, but one thing at a time. Number 12. Unlocking world quests is now account-wide. New level 110 alts will get their flight whistle from Khadgar right away. This means that you no longer have to worry about your reputations while leveling, and you also don't have to do any Suramar to start your world quests. I still wouldn't call Legion alt-friendly, but it's a step in the right direction. Number 11. Mount drops get announced to guild chat just like legendaries. Or so I hear. My guild hasn't been lucky enough to actually see this happen yet, but I'm always down for a new way to show off. It should help make that magical moment when your mount finally drops that little bit more exciting. Number 10. The Priest Order Hall run speed buff now has a 15-minute duration. Alright, so this isn't a quality of life change for everyone, but it's made my life a lot nicer. The Priest Order Hall is bland enough without having to waddle across it in slow-mo. Number 9. Every Battleground win now gives you a piece of gear, regardless of how many you've won in a day. This means that you should be able to get some acceptable gear for PvP while grinding out your honor talents without having to dip too far into PvE. And that's only the beginning of the new PvP rewards. You also get a big chunk of artifact power for your first win of the day in each bracket. Number 8. You can solo Galakras in Siege of Orgrimmar now. 2 shots from 1 cannon should bring him down out of the sky. There's tons of cool Mog in Siege, so there's never been a better time to take a break and go on a solo raid adventure. Number 7. When mailing, your other characters have been added to the Autocomplete list. I am shocked that it took them this long to add that. For ages I've had to add my own alts as friends, but no more. My bank alt can be a lone, guildless wolf and still easily send things to my alts. Number 6. They added auction house sorting by unit price and buyout. We're still miles away from having a usable default auction house UI, but this is a nice start. Instead of sorting by the total price for the stack, it can now sort by the price per item. Add-ons are still the best way to use the auction house effectively though. I recommend Auctionator for the casual user and Trade Skill Master for the hardcore gold maker. Number 5. Ancient mana nodes now track as blue on your map, so you don't confuse them with actual resources. I ran over to way too many rune scale koi pools thinking it was mana. The blue is a little less bright on your map, but once you know what you're looking for, it works great. Number 4. Also Suramar related, ancient mana nodes can now be looted by multiple players. This presumably works similarly to herbs and ore, so there's a time window after the first time it's looted where more players can also pick it up. This should make farming mana for your army training a little less painful. Number 3. Quick Join. This is a brand new feature and you can find the interface next to your Friends tab. It'll show you if any of your friends or guildmates are looking for groups and give you an option to request an invite. It's a nice fast way to find out if your friends are doing something, although it does get a bit awkward if they didn't invite you for a reason. Number 2. There are new Macro Conditionals for spells that target with a reticle. You can make a macro to cast your spell at cursor or at player to lay the spell at your mouse or at your feet. This should save you a click and sounds excellent for laying quick traps in PvP. Finally, number 1. In the Transmog interface, you can now hide your belt, tabard, and shirt. I'm not really sure why you would wear a shirt just to hide it, but now you can. Maybe it's part of your backstory, I'm not judging. And those are the quality of life changes made in patch 7.1. I'm sure there's more, but these are the ones that stood out to me. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!